Yo, salute, salute. Good afternoon. Yo, good afternoon. How's everyone doing this afternoon? Yo? Oh, we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into it for sure, for sure. Makes you want to freestyle? That's what's up. Pride Fighter TV, salute. Brother Shelton. Patrice X3. Salute to y'all. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I like this joint. You know what I mean? I let my wife listen to it. She said, yeah, that's you. Yes, sir. I like it. Yeah. Convos with Cam, salute to you, Queen. Yes, ma'am. I hope you get your refund. That was some bullshit. Yes, sir. I appreciate that, Convos with Cam. Thank you. Good afternoon, freedom marchers, freedom family, freedom lovers, and freedom fighters. Ooh, thought I turned that off. You will end, it will not take care of it. If they don't take care of that, they best them. I mean, it don't make no sense. But yeah, hope you guys are having a great afternoon. I love that tune, you know. The bass guitar is one of my favorite instruments, y'all. I love the bass. I actually want to learn how to play it. That's going to be one of the things I try to do. Hope you guys are having a great afternoon. Salute to y'all. Hit the like. Make sure y'all hit the like button. All you got to do is double tap the screen. We're going to get into some real shit. Because I got questions. I really do have questions. Because one thing we always hear about now is this black fatigue, right? We got all this black fatigue. You know, and you hear this often. People coming in my chat, I could be talking about some shit that ain't got nothing to do with black folks, white folks. I'm just trying to bring you guys information about how the government is screwing us at every turn. And people hop up in here talking about black fatigue, this, black fatigue, that. They can help themselves, right? They can't help themselves. They love that black fatigue nonsense. And, you know, Steven Crowder is no different. Y'all know who Steven Crowder is, right? Steven Crowder is one of those white dudes. Number one, he's from Canada, but he's one of those white dudes that run around, go around the whole country, spewing lies and nonsense about black people. Kind of like Charlie Kirk, right? Except he's not as religious as Charlie Kirk, right? He's like another version of Charlie Kirk. As far as I know, he's not very religious. He likes to go around and set up these to campuses and set up these debates, and his phrase is like "change my mind" or something like that, or yeah, change my mind. He's the change my mind cat, and Charlie Kirk was the prove me wrong cat. They do the same shit. They have the same type of platform, and Steven Crowder is one of those individuals that likes to talk about black fatigue, right? And I'm trying to understand what black fatigue is, because as far as I know, fatigue. Hold on, guys. Hold on just a second. Just a minute. I got a call coming in. Sorry about that, y'all. Had a call come in. Anyway, salute to brother Drew Titan in the building. Salute to you, brother. Salute to everybody coming through. Yeah, so Steven Crowder. Yeah, he's one of those. He's one of those black fatigue people, right? And as far as I understood, fatigue meant that you was tired as hell, right? Ain't that what that mean? When you are fatigued, you are tired. You're beyond tired. You need to take a nap. Like, you need to shut your brain off. You need to recover, right? Like when you have fatigued muscles, you have to recover. You got to rest your. I thought fatigue meant you were tired. And if you're tired or something, you would think you would take a break from it. You would rest. You would recover from it. Yet, that's not what they do, right? These white folks that love to talk about black fatigue and how it's all over the place. Oh, black fatigue this, black fatigue that. They love to go into black spaces. They love to go into black spaces and get black folks' attention, don't they? You black fatigue. For no reason. Well, they're not really tired, y'all. They're not really tired. They're not tired at all. They're not tired of black folks. They love black folks. Well, I'll say they love black culture, right? They love black culture. They love the swag. They love everything black about black folks, except that they're not black. That's what I really think it is. And this is not every white person. This is just the white people like Steven Crowder that don't understand what makes us tick. And so because they don't understand how black people are the way they are, they want to demonize and villainize black folks, right? And they want to spread this message of black villainy across the world and across the nation. They love black folks as the most violent people on earth. Goddamn well. It's quite the opposite. And so what does Steven Crowder do? A guy who is a victim of black fatigue. Let him tell it. A black fatigue victim, Steven Crowder, decides to take himself to a black barbershop to try and gain an understanding about black folks and have a conversation with black folks. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to give you a heads up. I had zero interest in watching that bullshit. I had zero interest. I do know I did hear some clips and some talking points. It's the same shit. Like, they don't have anything new to talk about. They really don't. They really have nothing new to bring to the conversation except for the same statistics that are really skewed, and they even make up statistics. They like to make up shit. So what does Steven Crowder do? He goes to this barbershop and tries to convince black people in this barbershop that black people are the problem. This man who said he has black fatigue runs up into a black barbershop surrounded by black folks, dapping black folks up, and then proceeds to lie to them about how violent black folks are. You have black fatigue, my guy. You have black fatigue. Should you not be withdrawing from the black community? Should you not be concerning yourself with the black community? No, he can't do that. No, in order to justify his obsession with black people, he makes up this bullshit lie about black folks being 4 or 40 times more dangerous to white folks than white folks. A straight up lie. Says that black folks are more dangerous, many times more dangerous to black people or to white people than white people. Where in the fuck did he get that information? Just a straight, blatant falsity. A lie. A lie. And that was, to me, the most egregious thing that you could talk about. You're telling black people that they are many times more dangerous to white people than white people, but you're in a black barbershop. You go into a black neighborhood, visit a black barbershop to have a conversation about how black people are dangerous to white people. Plus you have black fatigue. So it seems to me Like, you are a masochist, my friend. You love the pain of black fatigue. You enjoy it. So you have to put yourself and inject yourself into our spaces. You have to go to black barbershops. You have to have conversations about black people. You have to go around lying to people about statistics regarding black folks. You have to lie, pure, straight up falsities, nonsense. Even that 13%, 50% bullshit is a lie, the way you tell it. You say, I mean, they all do it. Oh, and it's not just white folks. Let's not get that twisted, right? It's also their Uncle Ruckuses they got running around holding up this lie. The Brandon Tatums, the Hodge twins, those idiots, and a number of others running around telling this lie about these statistics without giving all the information, without adding context, using the incorrect wording. 50% of the crime? No. 50% of the arrests. That has nothing to do with the conviction rate. Arrests. Okay? Add on top of that the other context in regards to, right, how the other statistics that really point to white folks committing most of the crimes in damn near every category. Damn near every category. Rape, murder, serial murder, right? White on white crime is at 80%. So if 80% of the crime committed against white folks are done by white folks, how is it that black folks are that many more times dangerous than white folks toward black? Help me understand that. And then you go in there and show these, in this video, you show a certain set of statistics, a data sheet that only shows the search, right? Search statistics for black fatigue. You put that up there every time you spew this nonsense, and we're supposed to be that your argument. So it's arrests, right? Add the context also that white people commit the same number of crimes. Actually, time, Queen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. She says, keep cooking, bro. Blessing to you and your family. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, Queen. I really do appreciate that. I really do. Now, white folks commit the same amount of crime as black folks, but are less likely to even be, not even just arrested, to be suspected by police officers. They commit the same amount per capita. I know they love to throw that per capita. Oh, well, per capita. No. White people use the same amount of drugs, committed the same amount of crimes, right? But they don't get convicted as often. Period. They don't even get suspected as often. So do we even really know? Is it really the same amount, or do they just commit more? See, when they get arrested for more crimes like rape, right? And child rape. Let's not get into that. Let's not get into child rape. They don't want to talk about that, do they? No, they love to hone in on that 13-50% stat. But they don't want to dive in deeper into all the other aspects of that FBI report. This FBI report, they anchor their ideology to from 2019. You know, I did a live stream back in 2019, 6 years ago, debunking all that shit. And I used the FBI statistics from 2019 to show the realities And I also showed that according to the Innocence Project, by then, apparently it changed a little bit as of today. But back then, around 70% of the total exonerees were black people. 50% in murders, right? We were over 50% exonerated for murder. Like 60-something% for another crime, 80% for another type of crime. Yes, we made up the bulk of exonerations, right, within this justice system. But Steven Crowder is not going to tell these black barbers that. No, he's going to go in there and with his black fatigue syndrome, and try to convince black barbers and their clients that they are a problem. Meanwhile, they in there minding their own business. They're not killing each other. They didn't kill this white man that just came up into their space automatically. It's kind of, the script writes itself, right? Take it, this man, Steven Crowder, a white man, runs around talking about black fatigue. Goes into a black barbershop full of black folks to convince them that they're dangerous. It's like an episode of South Park. That's really what it sounds like to me. And no one, right? I mean, it's foolish as hell. It's extremely foolish to take this man seriously after he has done something like this. And if I were white, I would be looking at Steven Crowder like, what did you just prove? Why are you there? You got black fatigue. Why are you up in that barbershop? It shows cats like Steven Crowder built their name and their platform villainizing black folks, right? Talking about how dangerous black folks are. Debating with black folks about how dangerous black folks are. Yet, he will put himself in front of a black motherfucker and get away unscathed every time. But then you have these two idiots after Charlie Kirk got murked. And you know that whole goddamn debacle there. That's a whole nother bunch of nonsense. Taken out by his own people. Right? Taken out by his own people. But Steven Crowder is not talking about that. He's not talking about how they say a white man killed Charlie Kirk. He's not talking about that. Right? But these two idiots go, and by the way, one of those guys, one of those dudes, I forgot his name, but one of those two cats that went to that HBCU, guess what? Guess who he's funded by? Small hat organizations. Just so y'all know, that's a different story. So they run up in there, and I'm pretty sure they are black fatigue victims as well. But you take yourself to an HBCU, and you sit up there and try to provoke these people. You have no permit. You broke the rules, and you're trespassing. But you wonder why they run you up out of there. But no one put their hands on you. But you want to paint them as rioters. Oh, they're rioting because we're in here trying to exercise free speech. No, you're on a campus. You are trespassing, you have no permit. And you are spewing a bunch of bullshit. And you have no right to be there. Well, I'm not going to say they have no right. But what I'm going to say is they did not have a permission slip. And you were well aware of this. And you got ran up out of there because they wasn't having your bullshit. Right? You didn't set up any time. It was not a pre-planned event. You didn't give people an opportunity to let them know that you were coming and setting up so that they could properly prepare for your bullshit and not be, because listen. That's what y'all want to do. Y'all want to trigger black folks and try to prove your point. That's the whole point of that. The point of that visit to that HBCU was to trigger black people and make them appear to be violent so that it could hold up your nonsensical idea that black people are the most dangerous people on earth or in this country. When we know good and goddamn well we ain't, right? We know good and goddamn well we ain't. Now, are we more dangerous to ourselves than any other person in this country? Absolutely. And so it's very interesting when they're convinced that they can go into a black neighborhood and not make it out alive. Like, or if I go up in that black neighborhood, if I go into a black space, I will be targeted because, oh, that's what black folks do. They target white people. Isn't that what they said when Iyanla, that young lady that was killed in that train by that schizophrenic black dude? Isn't that what they said? Oh, well, black folks are targeting little white girls because of one incident where a nut basket, a piece of shit, decided. You guys got me? Romeo Lima Charlie, please. I'm still buffering? All right, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Stray Godzilla. But shortly after Charlie Kirk was killed and Irina, the girl on the train, was killed, didn't I talk about a black girl, Nia? Didn't I point that out? A white man randomly attacked and killed Nia. I forgot her last name, pardon me. And her two sisters. Didn't he do that? A white man targeted 3 black girls and stabbed them. One of them died. The other 2 were severely wounded. But these motherfuckers did not care about that. They didn't say, oh, well, none of these guys said, oh, well, white men are targeting black girls. No, they didn't do that. No, they tried their best to make it not look like it was racist. Right? Remember that? Or am I making something up? Am I making it up, people? Or is that what happened? All right, guys. I would, you would think YouTube is doing this, but I believe it's because I'm on this construction site. So I'm on site at a construction site, and it's, I don't think there's a tower, but Romeo Lima Charlie, if you got me. Nonetheless, guys, I'm going to pick this back up later, guys. I think I'm in a pretty bad area. I'm on this construction site. I got a meeting in about 10 minutes. But listen, nonetheless, they hoop and holler about this black fatigue, but they love to put themselves in black spaces, cover black topics, and have black folks coming out of their mouth every chance they get. Salute to Pride Fighter, Convos with Cam, the real Shelton, salute to y'all. I don't know why they're doing this with these usernames, but it's kind of crazy. Queen Mother Shaquila was in the building. Jeremy Lynn, salute to you. I had to take my son to the Million Ranch Rich Barbershop because they at least get his hair correct. That's what's up. Patrice X30, salute to you. Notice that they never try to debate our intellectual giants. No, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They don't want them problems. Who's misinformed? Who's misinformed? And thank you, Queen Sister Cameron, for that super chat. I really am I misinformed? Anyway, y'all, thank you for coming through. I really appreciate that. I'll be back, right? So we'll pick this conversation up again later, or I'll holler at y'all tomorrow. A lot going on, and we have to stay on top of these cats' necks and expose the bullshit wherever we can. So anyway, much love, like, share, subscribe, and let's keep marching forward toward freedom. Peace.